Who was the biggest knobhead you ever rode with?
We were coming down, there was one of these cappies, weren't we? And then just look behind. I think it was you, Swifty, me. Look behind and was just like, wow, peloton's gone.
Do you think you could beat Chris Froome in a foot race up Mont Ventoux? What's occurring, bud?
What's occurring? Brought to you by ROUVY.
Right, we got a fun pod up our sleeve today. At our live show last week in Cardiff, we asked the audience to send in questions before the show started, and no joke, we had more than 300. Don't worry, we're not going to answer all 300, but we've been through and picked out the most interesting. So here goes. Let's start with a belter. This question was from Lynn H. Gee, what's the funniest moment of your career whilst racing?
Oh, that's a tough one. One thing that springs to mind straight away, I don't know why, was when I was in Barloworld, and I was in the breakaway in Burgos, coming into a tight left, didn't realise it was tight. I was just going way too fast. Couldn't get around this, just went straight into a gravel road. And then next thing, I looked across, there's all these trees, these big long, alpine trees or whatever. I could see the group just there on the road, parallel, and I was just like, I'll just commit. Just kept going. Didn't have a Garmin, didn't have maps or anything. I was just like, sod it. Maybe this comes back onto the road. Luckily it did. It had a fork. It went left, bump, back out onto the road, into the cars, got back into the breakaway. I was just like, I feel like such a knob right now. But
it's a bit like Lance Armstrong going across that field, wasn't
it? yeah. Not quite as famous, but maybe not funny, but just stupid. That's something that stands out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say it was Strada Bianchi, 2021, I think it was, when it got moved to the summer. And me and Swifty got dropped. We was together with him, and he had the shits. And we stopped. He had a shit. We stopped another few K. He had a shit. And the theme continued. By this point, we were so far out the back, he'd used his mitts to wipe his bottom. He used my mitts, and we're like, you're running out of stuff. And we were in a right mess, because when we got to the feed zone, everyone had gone because we were so far behind, and we flagged down a random car, jumped in and got to the finish line. It was just an adventure. There's a picture of me on the side of the road with his bike, holding his jersey, and he's down the ditch doing the dirty. Oh. It was a fun day.
Imagine being in that car. You think you're doing such a nice thing, and then you got someone stinking with their pooey chamois in the back, like.
We gave him some mitts to say thank you.
Oh, lovely. This one's from David Morris. Who has been the biggest influence on your career, and why?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think. Yeah, I'm going to say my old man. Certainly early days, what they do for you. As a turn pro, he kind of left me to it a bit more and just let me be my own man. But he always had my back, and if there was ever, I'd still call him from time to time for a chat if something went good or bad. So I'd say my old man. You?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny one, isn't it? Like, it's a bit of a boring answer, but I say the same. Like my dad, just because I think the main thing, which I didn't even realize at the time, and he didn't even realize either, because that's how he sort of dealt with stuff, but just his mindset and how he got that across to me when it comes to racing. And then I've said it a few times now, but then started working with Steve Peters and the track program, and a lot of the things that Steve said was kind of on the same lines of how my dad treated it, really. And he kind of he set me up with that mindset, really. Obviously it got refined, and Steve Peters helped with that, but the foundations were there already. And he wouldn't have known that either, really. He wasn't studying psychology and doing this, that, and the other, but I guess it's just lucky with the family sort of attitude, really, with that. And then I think another big one would have to obviously be Rod as well, with both of us, really. I think at the start,
he was one of the names in my head.
Yeah. So he obviously was there with he set the foundations as well, didn't he, for being a pro? Like, when we were on the academy, it was about being a good pro, not just about results and training well and diet and nutrition. It was about
being a good person with Rod as well.
Yeah, everything. So
it wasn't all on bike.
Yeah. So those two.
Nice.
Really.
This question is off Wes, and his question is, who was the biggest knobhead you ever rode with? Wes, great question.
This question is easier at a live show, isn't it, when it's not being recorded and going out?
Yeah.
Biggest knobhead. This isn't a cop-out, but we've been quite lucky with Sky and Ineos, so we haven't had any major knobheads. There's one that springs to mind, but I don't want to say. You might
I'm trying
want
to think.
But he was quite selfish, and he was not the best to be around. Like when he was leading and stuff, or doing well, he was good. But then if he had to help someone else, like he was always trying to go after his own thing. And for me, that's the worst trait to have in a cycling team. It's a team, innit? Like, yeah. You can't do anything without a team. And he needed a team
I've got
as well, but yeah.
All right, I'm not going to throw this person under the bus, but my first year pro, I went to a race, and there was an unwritten rule in the team, or maybe it might have been a rider rule, that you shouldn't wear flip-flops to dinner. Me, young and dumb, I come down to dinner in flip-flops. And this person stood up, pointed at me and said, "Hey, Luke, you're not allowed to wear flip-flops. Go upstairs and put your trainers on." In front of all the riders, all the staff, and just made me feel about this small, And I think if I was in that position as someone, if it was a rule and they broke a rule, you wouldn't embarrass them in front of everyone as a first-year pro a few months into their career.
Yeah.
And stupidly, okay, I went upstairs and changed them because I respected him and I respected the rule, but looking back, I just wish I said, all right, I will, but go fuck yourself. There's a way to do things, and that's not how we operate.
That was kind of like, I'm not making excuses for this guy now, but back in the day, it was a lot more like that. I remember Larry Warbass telling me stories about guys he'd been with, and hey, no, you don't do that, you do this, and luckily that those times have changed. But next question from Zoe Sawyer. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but
We'll go with it.
yeah. If you were heading out for the day locally, what route would you take? So this is in Cardiff, I assume. Where would you go?
Mate, I'd probably go for a bit of a shorter route now than what I would have done previously, but I would just go for a lap around the Vale. I think them lanes between Cardiff and Cowbridge, round the coast there. Yeah, round by Ogmore by the sea. It's pretty tough to beat, and there's plenty of good calves around there, which is, you always got to plan your ride around a good calf.
Mate, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's mad.
Yeah.
But there's obviously on the A48 now that Baffle House that George North's part of.
Yeah.
I haven't actually been there, but it looks good. Good bit of latte art. Good food.
And you probably get it for free. I know George.
No chance. He's from North Wales, man.
Gorgony. Yeah, no chance. Charge you double.
Exactly.
Mate, and another one, well, living in North Cardiff now, actually, I'd probably just go for a lap in the lanes around me as well, because I can clip in, off you go. I can go on lanes that I barely see a car, no traffic lights, no roundabouts, and if you're doing an hour and a half, poodle through the lanes.
Down the Big Dipper.
Yeah. I have a pint in the Mindfloyd at the end, or the Griffin.
I'd love to go for a ride around there again, because I haven't, even, when I've been home the last 15 years, I haven't really gone around there. Because, that's where we all started, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mate, let's see how the weather is around Christmas. If we have a nice day, we could pop out for an hour. How's that?
Yeah, tidy.
Or we can play paddle.
Yeah, not with my knee at the minute, but yeah.
Is it still battered?
Nah, it's all right now. It's all right. I saw the physio and stuff. They were like, just don't run for another couple of weeks. But I was like, I'll be all right.
Right, mate. Next question is off Craig R. Have you convinced Sarah to still cut your hair now you don't need a pre-tour trim?
She did give me a quick chop actually before the live show, because it was it still is a mess, but it was big. So I was like, oh, sorry, you really need to just trim this a bit. So yeah, no, she's still. Yeah, I'm just going to have a different sort of tradition now. I can still cut it before tour, can't I? Yeah. Just don't. Right.
Have you never thought, you know what? I'm going to get like 20 quid, go to barbers and have a nice haircut, get a nice fade. Or
I don't think it will be that much. Like, yeah. I'll still have the same sort of thing, won't I? Like, and yeah, 10 minutes, 15 minutes I start doing it, or a whole hour, 20 quid down, and petrol money, car park.
yeah, but I think you'll look better, G. Just try it one time. Just go in,
All right.
nice Turkish barbers, get a bit of a fade. Okay, I need a haircut, so my fade has fizzled out. But I mean, the only shit thing about the hairdressers is
bit of a fade.
is the small talk.
Yeah, Turkish barbers.
You been anywhere? Been on holiday? How's your morning?
Yeah, day off, is it?
Yeah,
Like,
day off.
I don't really want to say now. Like, yeah,
Just shut up and cut my hair.
Yeah, day off, mate. Yeah. Right, next one. This is from Martin. Where is the one place in the world you'd like to ride again? And where have you never visited and would love to cycle?
Great Ocean Road in down by Cadell Evans race, down in Geelong. It's the Great Ocean Road race is the name of Cadell's one-day race, and the first part of the race goes along the coast there and then comes inland and then does circuits in the city. And we would stay out in Torquay in that area, and we'd often train on the Great Ocean Road itself. And it was stunning. I remember went out with Rod one year and we raced the Great Ocean Road race. The next day we weren't travelling until late at night. So Rod said, right, we're going to turn this into a 2-day training block, and we're going to do, it was like 7 or 8 hours. It might have been 8 hours on the day after Great Ocean Road race. So he said, right, we'll just ride 4 hours down the coast, turn around, 4 hours back. It was absolutely stunning. One of the nicest rides I've ever done. Great Ocean Road, yeah, down in Geelong. What about you, mate?
I was going to say Oz as well, but not there, more Adelaide. Or California, LA. Just because I think maybe even since turning pro, most years I've been in one of those two places, and they're great.
Yeah.
Like Australia was great because, you go down there before, go there early, good training block, do a good race. Or in California, like in LA, it was, or even further south, San Diego way or whatever. Like, it's just like great roads. Like, you wouldn't think of it, would you? Like, if you haven't been to LA before, even if you have,
No.
if you haven't been to Malibu and into those canyons, you'd never know. So, yeah, those two places, and it just remind me of good times. To be honest, like they were great. But where have I never been? I think I've been there. Is like Thailand way, but I think it would be nice around, just somewhere completely different, Asia way, anywhere, not China, but yeah, Thailand or Japan, or maybe touring around Japan or something would be class. It's just so different, isn't it?
Be interesting, mate. Mate, I think for me it's Hawaii. I know like Ryder Heiserdal lives there, and there's the Iron Man, and I've been there on holiday. Obviously didn't even think about a bike, but looking at some of that, it looks absolutely stunning. So if I was to go and had to ride my bike.
Yeah. Larry Warbass was there as well, I think, and was training there, and some climbers like 40 odd K long or something ridiculous. Yeah. That would be good, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Just quite far away.
Don't forget, we're working with ROUVY this winter.
Head to Ruvie and use the code WATTS for additional 30-day free trial when you sign up for the first time. The code is valid for single monthly subscriptions and new subscribers only.
ROUVY is on a mission to bring the indoors to the outdoors, connecting you with real routes from around the world to your home. And now summer is over, you can utilise ROUVY to do specific training sessions without having to brave the cold outdoors.
And our What's Occurring group rides are live now, every Wednesday, so make sure you come and join the community on Ruvie.
So use code WATTS for an extra month on us when you subscribe to ROUVY for the first time. Cheers.
This one is from Craig Johnson. I think I know your answer. If you could relive one day on the bike, what would it be?
I think it'd have to be the Paris stage. Like the Alpe d'Huez stage would be good, but it's also it only got good after 4 o'clock once I'd won.
Yeah, you don't want to go through that again.
You know what I mean?
Painful,
So,
wasn't it?
At least with Paris, I kind of knew I'd won, and it was like, enjoy it. Any other days on the bike? I think like when I won E3, that was class day.
Yeah.
You know, it was a good, obviously it's E3, hardest one day race in the world. You only got Sagan and Stibar, and I don't know, that was a good day as well, but it'd have to be Paris. What about you?
It's difficult because I don't really win many races to go like, oh, I'd love to have the personal success and do that again. I'd love to go back to a few races if I could change the way they went. You know, days where you made a mistake and you could go back and change the outcome. But in terms of living another day, I don't know. Probably in terms of my own success, probably my best result was 5th in Tour of Flanders. But at the same time, without being too soppy and sentimental, probably of all the tours I rode, of all the times I rolled into Paris, the one where you won it and I was there alongside you was probably the most special. So, yeah, probably go for that.
Quality. Right, next one, Dan and Leanne. We're getting married at St. Tudor's in June. Do you have any marriage advice? I've got advice for the day, the actual day. Just take a moment and just step away from everything. Just step out of that bubble because it goes so fast. Step away from the two of you and just watch and just look around and just see everyone having a good time. And everyone that you, actually, there's probably a few people you probably don't quite like, but you have to invite for political reasons. But most people there, you know, you really care about, they really care about you. And I think just taking that moment just to like take it all in. Because, yeah, someone said that to me once. I was like, come on. And then when it got to the day, it was like, did step back. I was like, wow, this is cool.
Mate, my advice for the day is do as few of them organised photos as possible. You just waste so much time and you see the odd couple and they disappear for 2 hours for a big photo shoot and they miss 2 hours of the best day of their life. Mm-hmm. So sack all them photos off because you don't do anything with them anyway. They're all just run-of-the-mill, boring like photos. Them, mate. No, junk. Sack them off, mate. Sack them off. Gone. Gone.
No, I agree.
And also, don't worry about people having a good time. Everyone's there. You know, you can go like, oh, is everyone okay? They're having a good time. They're at a party, got free food, couple free drinks. They're happy. And if they're not, unlucky.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But about St. Tudrick specifically,
yeah,
don't know. Great venue. Enjoy it. Have a look around.
Yeah. Take plenty of pictures on your phone and put it on Instagram. See how good it is. But yeah.
And don't forget to tag them.
Yeah.
This one's off Paul Gamlin. Were your performance metrics when you won the tour your best ever?
No, I don't think so. I think I was still doing PBs in like 23 Giro and stuff, and even in 24. But it's that's how the sport goes, isn't it? It keeps moving on. You keep getting better, or trying to. Although I think the tour was the one where I think I was able to enjoy it the most, weirdly, while it was happening. I think maybe that just come with a bit of experience and stuff as well, and just being able to take it in, knowing that it was big, not being like 5 years younger and not really getting it. And obviously all the track, being able to deal with the pressure, that type of stuff. Certainly what I did better afterwards, but it's yeah. What about you? What you still PB in like your last couple of years racing?
I don't know. Don't know. No, I don't think so.
You probably were, like, because to be fair, both of us never were really that much into data and stuff, was it? It was more just
no.
Kind of knew what worked and we just do it. But
do you know what? Yeah, I reckon it would have done, because
you're still there in the pointy end, weren't you?
Yeah, you applied yourself very similar, and even if like the last year of my career, I think in terms of where I was in the pecking order of riders, I probably went down the pecking order. But that's because everyone else got better, and even if you got better, if you didn't get better at the same rate, you go down the pecking order. So, yeah, and you hear a lot of riders all the time going, "It's my best numbers ever. It's my best numbers ever." But you still go, "Well, you're not as good as you used to be," and it's because the rate of everyone else getting better.
Yeah. It's like
quite depressing.
Right, Martin. This is from Martin. Of all the equipment and technical changes during your careers, From wider tyres to everything more aero to nutrition, what are the changes you each appreciated the most?
It'd be easier if you said what you don't appreciate.
I guess.
Don't appreciate those narrow handlebars.
Yeah.
That could have been an easy answer. Appreciate.
At least with nutrition, I guess you can eat more, but it's not enjoyable though, is it? It's like, it's just fuel. So if anything, you probably appreciate that less because it's just a pain.
I would say wider tyres definitely make for a comfier ride. Like 32mm tyres or 30mm tyres for a road race. Like now, it's 28s or 30s are standard for a road race, as opposed to what would we have raced earlier as pro? 23s. Tubs with 8 bar. So probably you appreciate, in general, it's a comfier ride. But
remember
I never had problems with like...
Puccio and San Remo? Yeah. It was a bit wet.
And Kiri.
And Kiri, yeah. The DSs come on, it's a bit wet, boys. Do you want to put the tyres pressure down a bit? Nope. 8's good. Like 8 in the tubs or whatever, wasn't it? Like, when we're coming down, there was one of these cappies, weren't we? And then just look behind. I think it was you, Swifty, me. Look behind. It was just like, wow. Peloton got Puccio took everyone out. Stannard, everyone behind him. 8 bars.
I forgot. Well, I remember what happened, but I forget. I kind of forgot the story before. Yeah, guys, do you want wet tire pressure? No. 8 for me is good. 4 hours later.
Oh man,
for me is not good.
Yeah. The aero stuff's quite nice when it comes, as in purely just tires and wheels, just because when you're going fast on the flat, that's just a nice feeling, isn't it? For little effort. If you're on a nice California, Mallorcan road, they're super fast there, aren't they?
Do you know when you get on a super fast bike and you're in Mallorca and you're doing like a block of through and off or something?
Yeah.
Or even just rolling along in your twos and you just like sat on like 46k an hour. It's like,
yeah.
And the group's moving and you're on a fast bike in general, fast kit, fast helmet. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it is.
And we're never ever going to feel that again, G.
No. You never know, mate. You never know.
My days are gone. G, this question's off Hugh Evans. Do you think you could beat Chris Froome in a foot race up Mont Ventoux? Not with your knee.
Yeah, not with my knee now. No, I reckon I could have him in a race, mate. With cleats, maybe not. I think he's probably a bit more like nimble. No, just seems a bit uncoordinated, doesn't he?
Mate, Kenyans are good runners. You're not beating him.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, yeah.
You're not beating him.
Fair point. Yeah, I'll say no. What about you? No, not with you. You're gammy left.
No. Mate, we ain't runners. No, I mean, Froome, he run up it once very well, and if he had to run up it again, certainly against me, he'd nail me. And I think he's quite a good runner, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised, mate.
Yeah, I think he's a decent runner. No, he'd nail me.
Final question from Matt. I did think this might have been your brother, but he wasn't there, was he, on the night? So it can't be. But
no.
If you were an animal eating a sandwich, what animal would you be and what sandwich would you be eating? Hence why I thought it was your brother. Because what type of question is that?
Is Matt on crack or what? What kind of question is this? If I was an animal
eating a sandwich,
I was eating a sandwich,
what animal would you be?
What would be the animal and what would be the sandwich?
Yeah.
A lion eating a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I got a monkey.
After being on safari, I was going to say exactly that. I'd be a lion eating a zebra sandwich. I don't know. If you could be another animal, though, I think, as in animals I've seen on safari now, I think elephant would be pretty cool. Because they like being in groups.
If you could be any animal in the world.
In Africa now. When you go on a safari, those type of animals.
Right.
So not including
you'd be an elephant
and stuff. Yeah, I think that they're intelligent. They're in a little group, They mourn fellow elephants when they pop it, That's what the guy told us. That's mad. intelligent.
You got the option. You got the option to swim, like underwater, hold your breath, have a look around down there. You got the option to stay on land as you are now, or you got the option to fly. We can already do one of them.
Fly would be
Do you not
cool.
want to venture out? Yeah. Get up there, son.
Yeah, but then, I don't know, I just feel like elephants, of course they have it tough, but wow, a lot of the other, like, we saw a leopard hunting like an antelope thing. I can't remember what it was called now.
An antelope.
He didn't get it. He kind of, and he snored and then he ran off. That was cool to watch. But it's like, it's hard. You know, like the lion, actually a male lion's cool because they don't really do a lot. The women look after the kids. They go out and hunt. And the lion just comes along and just like, right, I'm having this now. Bum, 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 eats what he wants. Goes and lies down again.
Mate, eagle. King of the sky. Just have a nice overview. Whatever you want to eat. Swoop down, yep. Off you go. Elephant. It's not
whale.
fast.
Just a big whale just cruising along.
Yeah.
Doing what you do.
Yeah. All right. Matt, bit lost on that question, but we tried our best.
Yeah.
On
That
that
wraps
note.
it up, mate.
All right then, mate. Have a good week, and I'll catch you next week.
Until next time. Ciao for now.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, ta-da.